would you do if you woke up one day and you were absolutely famous on the internet overnight? Most would be overjoyed and excited, but if you're Ray, you would probably panic because you have tons of disgusting and disturbing secrets that are about to be uncovered in seconds.
That is the lore, okay? I did not leave the internet because I was getting bullied.
Trigger warning for animal A, the E, trigger warning for racism, and just trigger warning in general. If you don't like this type of stuff, definitely don't watch this video. Now, who is Ray exactly? Well, she's someone who has really been in the spotlight lately. She's an e-girl on TikTok, and she changed her name a few different times, and some have predicted that it's probably because it's her trying to run away from the many disgusting controversies she's gotten into. Ray just turned 18 recently, and she posts mostly just thirst traps, and she puts on like doll makeup. She's kind of similar to Umichi in a way. They both have like this e-girl, doll, really like whitish skin type of content. So in this video, we'll first go through the many awful controversies she's created, and then we'll get into her response, which is almost as bad as the controversies themselves. Like, it's so bad, it's actually crazy to me. First, a 30-second announcement. Gaza is now the most expensive city in the world. Prices for food are higher than ever, so you can support someone, an entire family in fact, be able to afford to buy this food. Because if you can't afford it right now in these towns, you don't get food. That's how it works. The link is in the description. Support Mustafa and his family, or spread the word. So Ray is a e-girl on TikTok that went viral recently on Twitter and kind of just became a meme, and also she gets a lot of attention on TikTok. And when she blew up, because photos of her were highly photoshopped and people found that kind of interesting, some people found it ridiculous. I don't really care how much you Photoshop it, but some people did. So they started digging in her past and she quickly got exposed. So one of the first things that she got exposed for was specifically this. Many people started leaking DMs and tweets of hers where she was saying some very racist stuff, and like very using all the slurs she could, all the slurs she knows, she definitely used them. And she basically gave herself a pass when it came to the N-word, I guess, because she sure loves to use that a lot.
I don't need the N-word pass. I already say it anyways. What do I need the pass? I can't say it on live. I'll say it on Twitter later.
And I love how the entire chat is basically calling her out. It's so funny. They're like, what's the point of rage baiting? Why are you doing this, Ray? Ray, what are you doing? It's kind of ironic. It's just funny. Like, imagine your most loyal people calling you out in the section being like, girl, what are you doing? And I love her logic. I don't need the N-word pass because I use it anyway. That's like saying I don't need a hall pass because I'll just walk out in the hallway anyway, teacher, and you can't do anything about it. It's like, what logic is that? And as we know, a lot of people shouldn't have Twitter. They ruin their careers over it. Today I've decided to come out to the internet. I am racist. Please support me. What is even the point of this? Like, why the heck would you want to ruin your career this early? Like, she's on a career ruining speed run. And then, of course, she says some more very not so nice words that you shouldn't exactly say when you just got introduced to the spotlight that you'll be known for the rest of your life. Like, it's just, she's ruining her life at such a young age. It's honestly just making me kind of sad. But yeah, she basically says every word in the book that you're not supposed to say.
This is what she responded to those screenshots of her being racist and all those slurs and this entire allegation. I'm tired of people acting so oppressed. Like, most of the people of color online that claim to be oppressed live in a nice neighborhood with middle-class parents. LOL.
No, this isn't her main response, her long talking response. It's just a little thing she said in DMs. We'll get into that one later. That's much worse. But she's basically just saying here her response to her being racist is to be more racist and not take anything back. Like, the literal least you could do is apologize, but you know what? You do you. I mean, at the end of the day, I know there's going to be people in my comments saying, she's a kid, you jerk. She's a kid. First of all, she's not technically. She's 18. And second of all, even if you're technically 17, 18, and around the age of a kid, you still are responsible. With great power comes great responsibility. Most of the POC online that claim to be oppressed live in nice neighborhood with middle-class parents. LOL. Like, OMG, you're so oppressed. You know that you can live in a nice house and still be oppressed, right? Well, at least she hasn't said anything praising a certain Austrian painter. Oh, wait. Sadly, there are multiple photos of this, so yeah, she is also apparently anti-Semitic.
Get interviewed by the FBI. I have contact with them because of situations that were involving me, but I was the victim in the situations.
Now let's get into the next ones. We could stick around and look at some more screenshots, but I think you can probably believe me by now that she is a bit R to the T. You know how I said she needs to stay off Twitter? Well, I mean that more than ever right now, because the more you look at her tweets and the more you watch videos about her, most of the stuff consists of stuff she tweeted. Not all, but a lot of it. How hard is it for people to just stay off Twitter? If you're gonna say problematic stuff and awful stuff, just don't have an account. Because I could name like 15 people off the top of my head that have like ruined their lives and careers completely destroyed just through tweeting something that would have taken them 2 seconds to tweet. I definitely cannot read these. There's no way YouTube will let me, sadly, but you can see them with your own eyes, and they're a bit censored for obvious reasons. But yes, it's very, very sad, and let's get into more of the darker side, the darker controversies. And she's talked a lot about how she like looks up to POs, those people, you know what I mean, the people that like people, the people that are not like us, those people. She has talked about how much she likes them and how much she wants them to R to the E her. Like, I know I sound like a maniac censoring all these words, but I legitimately, this video will get taken down. Like, she has tweeted and talked about so many different times, like, she is obsessed with people that are much, much older than her. She also needs to stop DMing people. Again, can't read this, but she's also talked about how she sold pictures of herself to people on Roblox years ago, to people not like us. I would say she's probably more of a victim. I wouldn't even say this controversy is her fault, because I just have a feeling when people obsess over people that are not like us, there is probably a reason for that, a very dark and disturbing reason. So I'm not exactly going to come at her for this, because she still is pretty young, and it's disturbing, and I kind of feel bad about this one. But yeah, overall, this controversy just makes me kind of sick to my stomach, because, well, for Roblox, LOL, I don't give a, like he ain't leak me yet. And I have his full name. This one I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna come for her on this one, because I just feel bad for her mostly, because yeah, usually there's a disturbing reason for this, and I'd hope she gets better and realizes really the danger of this and how sad and disturbing it truly is. So let's move on to the next one, because I'm not very comfortable talking about this one too much, because it's really disgusting is all it is. The tweet she had and stuff, it's just really disgusting, and there's no other words for it. She's also retweeted things that have, let's just say, not retweeted, well, reposted, but she's reposted things glamorizing ANIMALABUSE. Yes, and she has a pet too. So she's basically glorifying this while having a pet snake, which I feel like that's not exactly the best thing. You don't want someone that is glorifying something like that having a pet. I think that's kind of common sense. And she got so much hate for these controversies, and I wouldn't even say hate, I'd say genuine criticism and concern that she once again changed her username, all of that, and made a bunch of responses, which we're going to get into because they're terrible. So yes, she does once again change her name like every 2 seconds. That's why it took me forever to find her new TikTok account, because it used to be Sickndpretty, but now it's a different name. And it's really annoying. Like, your controversies are always going to be there. And I knew it was her because I clicked on her and she had a bunch of views on each video, but she had like 3 likes. Like, she'd get like 100,000 views and she'd have like 83 likes, and I was like, yep, that's her. But before we get into the responses, we're gonna have to see a little bit more context. So let's look at something that isn't really a controversy, but it's just outright weird. And we talked about how she appeals to not great people before, and once again, how that probably isn't really her fault. The other controversies, she should take full accountability for. This one, I just feel like there's probably a darker undertone. Well, there's actually a very weird dude that is obsessed with her right now, and she's made videos talking about it, and I don't think she's too comfortable with it, but he's basically just made a bunch of videos, like, sucking up to her and stuff, which is weird considering he looks like he's 30. I mean, we don't know his age for sure, just like how we not 100% sure what her age is, but he looks very, very old. His name is Vamp Daddy Evil, which is very normal if you're a 30-year-old man. It sounds like he's having a midlife crisis. I'm not even lying. And he releases videos where he like takes photos of her. Well, not take photos. He takes photos from her account and will put them in the front of his videos, and he'll say things like, "Leave my kitten alone" and stuff. And it's very, very weird. I feel like that shouldn't be a hot take to say that it's very, very strange and weird. And if someone was doing that to me, I think I would file a restraining order. Like, legitimately, this dude is 30 years old. Like, dude, what are you doing? And you're showing your face while doing this? It's bad enough that you're doing this, but like, you're dumb enough to show your face. Put this dude on a list. I'm not even kidding. Put him on a list. And when Ray turned 18, she started the blue, like, wing thing. I can't say it, but the blue wing thing. Oh, you know what? O to the F. And he even decided to cheer on with that, saying she made 5K, which, first of all, I don't even know how you know that. That's very weird. Maybe she announced it. I don't know. But yeah, a bit strange. Reminder that the internet, anyone can see what you post. I want to remind this dude. These aren't private, buddy. Anyone can see this. And we'll never know for sure because we don't know Ray personally and we don't know enough about her, but I don't think she likes this dude too much. I'm pretty sure I remember her liking a comment saying he's weird or something, but she could have been joking. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely a weird dude. So now let's get into Ray's response because she got a ton of criticism. I won't even say hate. Criticism for the past actions she made after she went viral on Twitter and gathered a pretty good following on TikTok. And she decided to make a few responses to it. And she made these responses like 30 minutes long, which I get it. She had a lot of controversy. She needs to address them. But if you're going to make it long, you might as well make it good, I guess. So let's get into a few of them and really give her the criticism she needs.
I didn't think I was going to have to address this, but what was in the DMs of my fan was an agency. It wasn't me. You special individuals that I keep trying to comment that.
Don't you love it when someone has so many controversies that they have to address them in like 18 different videos and half the videos are like, what? What's this controversy? Well, the first video we're going to see is this one, and I have no idea what she's talking about because, once again, there's just a whole list. We didn't even get into some of the controversies because this video would be an hour long, and I'm too tired tonight to make an hour-long video. But yeah, something with her DMs or something, I don't even know. I feel like she should probably prioritize the more important things to address, so let's get into those videos now.
I just want to make a quick video to address more stuff about like me being fat phobic or body shaming women.
I think my point still stands. Like, she's addressing anything but the R to the T and the other. She did address the animal, you know what? The animal cruelty. She also has a pet cat, by the way. I just discovered that. I was scrolling through her TikTok for this video, and I just discovered she also has a cat. So, yippee! That's great news. So, yeah, she does have, like, 8 videos addressing different things and addressing them terribly. But, like, she has so much stuff. Like, I can't even find anything on some of them because it's just such a long list. It's like, what do I even look for anymore?
Or whatever. No, I'm not fat phobic. I had reposted a video that was like, fat doesn't look good on everyone, and that was because that was mainly for me.
Girl, I haven't even heard anyone else's side of this controversy or anyone else talk about it. Just your perspective, which should be doing the opposite. I am literally siding against you just from your perspective. That's how bad you are at convincing people. What do you mean it was just for you? Who cares? You publicly reposted it. If it's a toxic mindset and it's just for you, then keep it private. That's like, well, I said this slur just for me, though. It's like, what? Like, seriously, you need to, like, ask ChatGPT to write a response, honestly, at this point. Because just yapping into the camera, you clearly don't know how to respond.
I was looking at those videos because I was trying to lose weight, and I'm really, like, into, like, mean motivation. But I don't really care what anyone else's weight is. Like, it doesn't bother me. I've been friends with fat people.
How much do you want to bet when she addresses the racism point, she's going to say, I'm friends with black people. I'm friends with fat people, so it's okay. I can repost the most toxic mindsets to my huge audience with possibly very young people in it that can be influenced by me. But I have a fat friend, so it's okay. I can say slurs because I have a friend who's black. No, it's fine. Like, oh my gosh. Honestly, use ChatGPT at this point. A lot of people use it for their responses. Just use it. Seriously, you need it. You need ChatGPT to use anything. Get someone to write the script for you because, like, just talking to the camera, this is worse than anything I've ever seen. It's so bad.
I'm gonna come on here and address some rumors about me and just address everything because I'm tired of the lies. I just saw this first one, that I abused animals or that I did something with my dog.
So she made 3 total responses. I first showed you guys the third, but let's start with the first now and then go to the second. As you can see, we're starting off strong. She's just blatantly saying that everyone's making up things. They're just rumors. When there's screenshots, there's like 50 different screenshots and there's literal proof. I don't think they're really rumors anymore, but first of all, you reposted stuff glorifying animal, you know what? So I don't know, like, you can try to talk your way out of this, but even if you didn't specifically do stuff to your animals, you've still publicly supported this type of stuff. So I don't blame people for feeling like your animals aren't in the safest hands.
I mean, come on, guys. Every time someone gets canceled, they did something with their dog. The scurvy, literally, what are we talking about? Can we wrap it up? There is zero proof of any of this.
There may not be proof of you doing it, but there's proof of you supporting it. So, I mean, that's not quite as bad, I'll admit, because actually doing something versus supporting something, there's a difference. But, like, seriously, I don't blame people for saying that this is wrong, that you retweeted this type of stuff. And I suppose she'd probably say, I don't think she'll address it, but if she were to address it, she'd probably say something like, I did that just for me. Like, who cares if you retweeted supporting something like that just for you? You're still a danger to your pets.
I've posted my animals multiple times. I've posted my snakes' enclosures. I've posted everything. If I was animals, I don't think I would be posting them, nudging up on me, petting them. They're not flinching or anything. Posting my snake's care, spending over $2,000 on one snake.
It's like someone who's identical to her hacked her account and is trying to convince us the opposite and trying to, like, ruin her reputation. You're literally convincing me. Like, I didn't even know about this allegation that you actually hurt your own, but, like, I'm starting to think so because I spent lots of money on my snake. That's happened. People spend money on their pets. It doesn't mean, like, they're not gonna do, you know what? Like, I feel like we can't linger too long on this specific controversy just because it's so hard. YouTube just, it's not gonna, like, our discussion of this controversy. So let's see the next one she addresses. I hope it's the racism allegations.
Second, that I'm a pedophile. I actually don't know why people say this. I think it's because of a joke I made when I was 15 on my Discord, which was very bad. Yes, I shouldn't have said that. I will explain why I made all those jokes. I'll keep it simple. I met a group of people who are very, very bad people, very harmful. Some of you guys know my lore, some of you don't. I was a 15-year-old girl. I had a lot of family issues. I had mental health problems. I was in and out of the mental hospital. And I met these people, and they influenced me to do really bad things.
This one I won't say too much on because I honestly do feel bad. She's talking about, remember what we were talking about earlier, the allegations where she glorifies those type of not like us people. She's made tons of things. She bragged about selling stuff on Roblox. We're not even going to go over it again because you just heard, but that's how she's addressing it. She's saying that she's very young, naive. She takes it back. This one, I think she did a decent job addressing this one, and she goes over how she was at a bad spot and she was kind of used. And as I said before, I do not really come at her for this specific one because once again, she was very young and easy to trick by not exactly the people we're going to see the heavenly gates.
Third rumor, I don't actually know. I'll just talk about all of them. Not on Neo Yahtzee. Yeah, I made really that I don't make anymore when I was 15. And I apologized for those in a video that's no longer out there, but on my Being Betrayed account. I don't make bad jokes anymore. I don't say words I can't say. I literally just exist on the internet posting my face.
Right now, she's mostly just addressing the anti-Semitism that she's caused. And I get that you don't say them anymore, but like at the end of the day, she's like, oh, I'm just posting my face. Why are you guys coming for me? Actions still have consequences. You still said those words, so acting like people are crazy for criticizing you for it is like, you said every word, literally every word that towards any race. You found out every word. You discovered it and you made sure to type it in your server or tweet it out. So acting like people are crazy because all you're doing is posting your face now is just, that's kind of instead of actually being apologetic, she's basically trying to make herself the victim. Well, why are you guys attacking me? I just post my face now. All I did was say 15,000 slurs like a few years ago, 2 years ago. Why are you guys coming for me? You could just legitimately apologize because what you did was very, very offensive.
And the funny thing is, and the discussion that nobody ever wants to talk about, is you do this with like everybody who gets canceled, is you say that you care about what they've done and you say I'm holding them accountable, but then all you do is post about their looks or appearance. Like, you don't actually care.
I do admit that I did see a few videos coming at her for her looks, which is obviously, that's like, I've said this before in other videos, such as my Poll to Real video, that there is valid reasons to criticize people, but making fun of them for something they can't control or that you personally don't like their looks, is just kind of stupid and petty because you find them non-attractive doesn't mean, that's not a word, just because you don't find them attractive doesn't mean that they like are a horrible person all of a sudden. Just like I personally don't enjoy Poll to Real's content for many different reasons, like he's stealing content, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna come at him for his looks because I personally don't. Other girls do. So a lot of people did make fun of her. I did see a lot of viral videos, so I will give her that. But at the same time, almost all the videos I did for research for this video that I watched, essays and stuff, none of them even mentioned her looks. If they did, they said she was pretty. So at the end of the day, this isn't really an excuse for what you did. You're kind of using it as like well, the people that came at me for my looks mostly. They don't actually care about me being held accountable. Not really true. A lot of people did, but a lot of people at the same time didn't. They really just came at you for the things you've said.
If you're going out of your way to call someone ugly, like the Umichi situation, you don't actually care about what they did. You're just bullying someone because you want to bully them. It basically, them doing bad things gives you an excuse to bully them. It's like, how is that okay in any way?
Girl, when are people gonna, see influencers? It's the same problem every time. When are you gonna differentiate criticism from bullying? There are so many people just genuinely criticizing you. It's okay for people to be mad at you for saying the words you said and for reposting it. They're not all bullying you. They're not all looking for an excuse to bully you. What kind of logic is that?
I really could care less, because honestly, the hate has brought me so much. It's given me a platform, honestly. It's given me support.
You were just complaining about how much you hate bullying and how people are just coming at you for bullying and how they should just leave you alone because all you're doing is posting your face now. And now you want the hate? If you want the hate, why are you even addressing it? People that want the hate usually don't address it I am so confused. Haha, I got you suckers. It's just bringing me a platform. The hate? Yeah, I like it. 2 seconds ago. But the bullying me for my looks, guys, you're so evil and vile. You just want an excuse to bully me. It's just not consistent. It's okay to be repetitive if you want in your response or whatever, but you're not consistent at all. You keep on contradicting yourself nonstop.
You want to bully people, but you can't do it without an excuse. So you just bully people who have done bad things.
Hey, maybe don't do a certain painter's salute. Why are you bullying me? You just want an excuse to bully me. Why'd you make fun of my looks, you jerk? All I said is you shouldn't be doing the Australian painter salute. It's like you don't like apples, you like oranges logic.
And come on, people, the YouTube videos that are made about me are so obviously for clout.
Oh, great, the good old "you're using me for clout" argument. Never heard that one before. I swear, basically every TikToker uses this when they get called out for something. Oh, you're just using me for clout. It's like the last thing people can. It's the only option left. It's either I'm rich, using me for clout, or it's just all lies. But there's not really any proof. It's kind of like, she technically just said she took accountability for it, but then she goes on to make 50 excuses for why she said those words and how people are just mostly just bullying her and stuff, and she's just being bullied. So overall, it's not really taking accountability if you spend 5 whole minutes, which I can't even show you all of it because holy yap session. She goes on a long one. But yeah, she just keeps going about the different reasons why you shouldn't focus on the fact that she said all these awful words a few years ago. Yes, she was a kid, but with great power comes great responsibility. There's really no excuse for using those type of words. You don't see many 5-year-olds using those words. You knew what you were doing. You knew what those words meant when you used them. So stop making excuses and saying people are bullying you and saying people are using you for clout. You're just doing the same thing everyone does, and it's getting really annoying.
I don't support Kyle. None of my content honestly is of me when I was a minor. It is every single thing on my face is of me when I was 18. There you have zero proof that it's me as a minor. You're just going off of, oh, well, she couldn't have made that much content in an hour. I recorded 10-second, 30-second long videos, or just took pictures in my room. It doesn't take that long to take selfies of yourself in a bathing suit, guys.
Since she started as soon as she turned 18, she obviously, I'm not really surprised, people started saying that not all of these were from actually when she hit 18. Oh my gosh, there's no way this video isn't getting restricted. There's literally no way. Anyway, and so she addressed that by saying these take a quick amount of time to take. And I feel like, again, this isn't really the biggest controversy. Yes, you can have your opinion on if it's bad or good that she started this and blah, blah, blah. I don't really care what your opinion is. But, at the end of the day, there's not really any proof for this claim, and it's just kind of a rumor, and it's not surprising that it became a rumor, because, once again, she started it as soon as she turned 18. If I had $1 for every controversy she had, I would have about $50, which isn't, an insane amount of money, but still, I could definitely buy something with that. So I guess congratulations on all your controversies. She should have a birthday cake or an anniversary of controversies where she puts candles on for each year when she gains 5 controversies, because she checks every box at this point. It's just there's nothing left behind. You gotta respect her for that, I guess.
I'm genuinely not trying to come off as aggressive or mean. I'm just annoyed because I've been ignoring it because I'm like, you know what? But I'm gonna say, take what you see about me and believe whatever the want. But know that half that shit is faked.
Believe whatever you want, but just don't believe any of it, is basically what she just said. And I obviously, once again, can't show all of it, but most of it is just her kind of yelling at the camera, I didn't do it! I didn't do it! Which, once again, she gets really mad about the little rumors, the ones that aren't really a big deal, that no one really cares about. And she spends maybe 30 seconds of the seemingly, I think it's like a 12-minute long video talking about the actual things that there's proof for, and all she says is that she takes accountability and then goes on a long rant about how people are bullying her and they don't actually care about this stuff and that she's moved on, so why can't everyone with her? And I get it, yes, I believe that you should be forgiven as a creator if you take full accountability, but I don't know if I would call this accountability because, once again, most of the video should be apologizing, but most of it isn't. It's mostly just complaining about how people are only coming at her for clout and to bully her. And I don't think that she's like a horrible, unforgivable person, because I definitely do respect that she, for even if only for like 10 seconds, said that she takes accountability, even though, once again, she kind of uses her age as an excuse and stuff. But I will give her that. Once again, she is young, even though it doesn't dismiss what she did. She is young, and she will hopefully mature more in the future because she has lots of time to grow and change. And she really just should not have had all this social media and been posting this much when she was 15. Who turns 15 and thinks I should say a bunch of slurs on the internet that totally won't damage, and by the way, show my face when I'm saying those, that will totally damage my reputation forever. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm so Sigma.
And I cannot say this more times than, like, I've said this so much. The tweets that I made in the past about PDF, those are fake. Those were fake because at the same time those were posted on an exposed account, they were posting the eye of animals, which was very fake, and I had proof of that. I had proof of that screenshot, and I had posted a while ago, which is why nobody posted anymore, because it was so obviously faked. And
I feel like I'm going crazy because I swear earlier in this video she said she took accountability for those tweets where she glorified the not like us people. Like, she literally said that at the beginning of the video. She might be referencing something else, but like at this point, like, she's like saying stuff is fake, but earlier, and I'm sure she means something else, but like, seriously, she needs to have like a chart to mark all of her controversies. She needs to show us a chart because I can't keep track of it. Like, she 1 minute will be saying, well, I take accountability, next minute, well, they were all faked, or a lot of them were faked. Like, I'm just, like, this response is all over the place because it makes no sense. Like, there's just so much there that it just doesn't make any sense.
I had proof that it was faked. I wish I had proof to show you guys that the tweets were fake. I did in 2023. Again, this is from 2023, guys. It's 2025, and I'm still having to defend myself and sit up here and say, no, I didn't post that. I wouldn't post it. And the emojis they used and the way they talk, bro. I don't talk like that.
Ray, the problem is when you say about every single word that's forbidden to say, it's harder and harder for people to believe the things are faked. It's hard to prove that things are faked, I will admit that. But I don't know how much I can trust her when she says this. These don't sound like you. I mean, no one really knows you well enough to know if they sound like you or not. And it's just like, what are the tweets you're referencing? Because you just said you took accountability for these tweets. So are you taking accountability for fake tweets? No wonder that the like ratio on this is so low compared to the view ratio. If you go to her TikTok account, like, literally, the amount of likes, it's a literal joke. It's so funny. You can see how many people are buying this. And of course, sometimes there'll be no comments, and sometimes there'll be like 2, and they'll be like, so pretty, love you, Ray, and then she'll limit the comments because she is mad apparently that people are bringing up terrible stuff she said 2 years ago, because 2 years ago everyone should forget it. Why are they still bringing up things from 2 years ago, those losers? Who cares that I said the N-word about 50 different times? It doesn't really mean anything. I have a black friend. It does remind me of Umichi's response. She did, as you can see before, kind of defend Umichi, saying people were just crazy that were calling her out. So they make similar content, so it's not really surprising. I guess defend your canceled sister, your canceled friend. And there's a lot more controversies that we could be getting into. A lot of people have accused her of Asian fishing, and there's a lot of other stuff. But I just feel like, you can't really fit it. It's one of those times when you can't really fit everything into one video. And she, once again, has 2 other responses, which I don't even know where these controversies are coming from. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff behind them, because once again, like, her response is doing the opposite. If it convinced me otherwise, it's definitely going to convince other people otherwise. So overall, I don't know. I don't really like her content. It's not really my thing, and it just kind of makes me uncomfortable. Once again, in some ways, she's a victim, but she said it herself in the video that you can be a victim and not be innocent. So that's what I believe of her. She's a victim, but she's not innocent. And she's definitely deserving of criticism in some ways. In other ways, she should be, she should still be respected, because I feel like I should not be saying this, but she is young, so you're younger, you're more naive, there's science behind that, most of us should know, but it doesn't dismiss what she says. She should still be criticized, and using "it was years ago" as an excuse just isn't really a valid thing to do. So overall, I'm kind of tired of talking about this, so I think we're going to cut that for now. Her response probably totals 40 minutes, so we definitely can't watch all of it, but it's mostly just complaining about how things are outdated and we're bullies, basically. And in some ways she takes accountability, so maybe it's a step better than Umichi's, but in other ways she doesn't. So that will conclude the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, make sure to sub and donate to the GoFundMe, and I will see you in the next one. If you're a 15-year-old, please take this video as a lesson not to say stupid things on the internet, because it will definitely catch up to you. I don't care if you have a fat friend or a black friend. It is not okay to say these words. I think that should be common sense. And age, at the end of the day, while you can be seen as naive, it's not an excuse. So Ray should still be held accountable, and she says she takes accountability, but does she really? At the end of the day, yeah, let's hope she improves in the future. And with that, let's conclude the video. See you in the next one.
I can tell you what the original tweets were, but there's so much